Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we shall discuss all the Sicaran battle tanks that are in the heavy support slot. I think this will be a fun video because the Sicaran is, from what I know, one of the more interesting kits in the Heresy and one of the more popular kits in the Heresy. The Sicaran battle tank is the state-of-the-art main battle tank of the Legiones Astartes, and it was inducted in the Legiones Astartes just before the end of the Great Crusade. It was designed by Ferris Manus the Gorgon and Robuti Gilliman, with the help of a Major's Tempera The first variant, the Sicaran battle tank, costs 165 points. The Sicaran battle tank is the main variant of the Sicaran tank line. With its twin accelerator autocannons, it's best suited to destroy infantry or light vehicles. Its main weapon is strength 7 AP4, 6 shots, rending and rapid tracking, so you can't jink against it, which is pretty nice considering if you're fighting jet bikes. It has rending, so it can threaten anything on the board, everything on the board. But I wouldn't expect it to destroy armor 14 tanks on a regular basis. You can get over the hump with the armor penetration with rending, but your AP doesn't improve against tanks. So, yeah, don't expect it to kill Land Raiders reliably. Maybe if you are lucky, you can immobilize them, but without luck, maybe, stick to not armor value 14 vehicles, I would say. It can take sponson weapons, heavy bolters for 20 points, or last cannons for 40 points. My advice really is take the heavy bolters, because you can't split fire that easy in Heresy, and the Sicaran can split fire. Then you are going to get 15 anti-infantry shots because you have a heavy bolter in the hull, always. So yeah, 15 anti-infantry shots, and also being a fast tank means you can drive 6 inches and still fire your main weapons. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about the Sicaran: every Sicaran has extra armor by default. The Sicaran Arcus Strike Tank is a Sicaran with a rocket pod that costs 205 points base. It can fill many different roles with a plethora of ammo types, and well, there's no way to sugarcoat it. It's the best Sicaran variant. While the others are that bad, it's just so much better. So the others are pretty decent. It's just that the the Arcus is just so much better. If you stand still, you can fire twice with your rocket pod, and the profile of the rocket pod is it has 4 shots, AP2, strength 8, cluster warheads, meaning you roll D3 times on the penetration table. AP2, strength 8, 8 shots when you stand still. You can't blow up armor value 15 with the standard vehicles, but the warheads, like the normal warheads, can like remove a lot of stuff. I mean, it's strength 8, AP2. You can't. I mean, you can destroy pretty much everything except Land Raiders. You can destroy Land Raiders, but you would have to glance them to death. But you can like do whatever you like. You can destroy medium vehicles very easily. You can remove whole Terminator squads with 8 shots a turn. You can do whatever you like with this tank. And it has a lot of different warheads, which we are talking about now. So the neutron flux warheads are strength 7 AP4, 4 shots neutron flux, which means any mechanicum unit receiving an unsaved wound from this dies infantry instantly. So yeah, I mean, this is like the biggest fuck you button to the mechanicum. You have like you just have one unsaved wound and your Thalax is dead, your Thanatar is dead, and with it having such a high fire rate, just means that yeah, you are going to die basically. Um, yeah. So otherwise, it's pretty bad. But what did you expect? If you're not fighting Mechanicum, I wouldn't take that warhead, but I guess that comes to nobody's surprise. Um, the Pyrex warheads are some templates that are close to the Vindicator Vengeance shells, in that it's like Strength 5 AP4, but it's two large templates. I mean, yeah, you're going to cause wounds. Strength 5 with the Space Marines being the base on the battlefield, like what you deal with the most. Strength 5 is pretty neat. Two templates also pretty neat, but I mean you have AP for ignore cover, so you're only going to cause armor saves, except you play militia or solo auxilia. But I think you can make use of this if you face a horde army, but against Space Marines, not the best, not the worst. Then you have the Sky Spear anti-air missiles. Well, they are strength 7 AP3 Skyfire intercept. So yeah, you can destroy tanks. You can destroy flyers with it, and this tank can do everything. The Sicaran Arcus is way overpowered. I think it needs a points increase, maybe 20 points, to bring it in line. But as it is now, you can just take the normal Arcus launcher and basically threaten everything on the board. So if they don't nerf it, they need to buff the Omega, which we talk about next. The Sicaran Omega Tank Destroyer costs 220 points base, and it's a Sicaran Tank Hunter that utilizes experimental plasma weaponry. They can be taken in squadrons of 2, but they aren't the greatest tank in the world, and I think the plasma burn is pretty nice, considering you can do additional hull point damage if you damage them, but the sustained fire only gets like one shot for 220 points. And I expect the tank, if it's that expensive, to have way more firepower. I mean, the other firing mode has 6 shots, AP2, strength 7, so you can destroy squads if you like. But I feel like the Arcus does that better as well, because it has like AP2. I feel like the Omega Tank Destroyer can be a lot better with a minor tweak, like giving the sustained fire the strength 9 AP1 shot, 2 shots, or like or give it strength 10, or even both, to solidify the 220 point cost. But as it is, it's not the best Sicaran, but sure as hell is one of the better looking Sicarans. I mean, have you seen the thing? It's gigantic. It has a gigantic turret with long plasma guns. I love it. It looks amazing. Maybe I get one day, but as it is now, Forge World has reopened. I don't think I get it in like the next few months, if you ask me. The Sicaran Punisher for 190 points is the anti-infantry version of the Sicaran. Its main gun is basically 6 heavy bolters strapped together, so strength 5, AP4, 18 shots, and you can fire twice the main gun when you don't move. So basically, you want to give it heavy bolter sponsons, and you want to give it, and you have a bolter on the hull, so you get 45 shots, obliterating any infantry with this high amount of shots. It doesn't really matter if it's AP4, because if you're fighting Marines, on average you're dishing out 20 wounds and to Marine squads, and what's even better, that you can take it in squadrons. So you can take 2 or 3 even. No, you can just take 2. Never mind. You can take 2, and any Horde army will falter before you if you take a couple of these bad boys. So the Punisher looks nice, and if when it shoots, I imagine like a A10 Warthog shooting, or the Thunderbolt. It's a great tank. It looks nice. I would prefer it to have like chain guns on both sides, not just the one, because it looks very imbalanced with the one chain gun. But I dig the design. I think it's pretty nice. The Sicaran Venator comes for 190 points base. The Sicaran Venator, unlike the Sicaran Omega, is a mid-range anti-tank platform of the Sicarans. It has a not a pintle-mounted heavy bolter, but it's on the top of the hull, because you have like the huge gun in the front. And a neutron beam laser. The neutron beam laser is like strength 10, AP1, ordnance 2 shock pulse, which means that it will destroy tanks so good. From all I've heard, it's cursed, so you're never going to... I heard from my friends that you're never going to hit 2 shots with the neutron beam laser. It's just cursed. It's impossible to hit 2 shots with the neutron beam laser. I don't know why. Maybe because there is like some curse going on here. I don't know. And so and the cherry on the cake is that shock pulse makes the weapons of the vehicle you hit and penetrate only fire snap fire, including super heavies. And which means if you have any template weapons on the tank you are shooting, or on the tank that's receiving the shot, they can't shoot, even super heavies. So if you're firing at a Failblade that's full with template weapons, it can't fire them. It can only fire the laser destroyers on its side, or the quad lasers. I didn't read the profile, sorry. And yeah, it has the ordnance roll, so you can like re-roll failed armor penetrating tests. And as I said already, it's strength 10 AP1. So the likeliness of you destroying a tank when you shoot at it is so high, the shock pulse ability almost is redundant. But yeah, it's like one of the best tank hunting vehicles in the game. And whatever you want to do, like, get one if you like Sicaran tanks. That's been it for for today's video. Thank you very much for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Discord server. We have an active community going there, and if you wanna have a lot of people that like help you and stuff, you might wanna check it out. Goodbye.